Oh, hi there. I didn't see you come in. Sure is cold out there. Can I offer you a tall glass of holiday special?
Glass of what?
You know, in my opinion, no cocktail says holiday special quite like eggnog. But before you reach for that grocery store carton of Turkey Hill, think about making eggnog at home. As long as you're comfortable around large quantities of liquor, cream, and raw eggs. It's not entirely agreed upon where the term nog comes from. And why ruin the mystery of a good weird word? In terms of cocktail history, eggnog is nothing more than a flip made with the addition of cream or milk. The 1862 edition of the Bartender's Guide by Jerry Thomas has an eggnog made with some sugar, a whole egg, cognac, rum, and milk, shaken and served with some nutmeg on top.
Records even show that George Washington used to serve an eggnog-like drink during holiday events.
While it seems that versions of eggnog have been enjoyed for hundreds of years all over the world, eggnog has a polarizing effect on its critics. There doesn't seem to be any middle ground. You either love it or hate it. Personally, I love it. It hits every single guilty holiday pleasure box for me. Fat, sugar, and alcohol, which makes it ludicrously delicious. I always keep a few quarts in the back of my refrigerator. But, in truth, that's because I age mine. Oh, didn't I tell you? You can actually age eggnog. At this point, you're probably wondering, is it safe? Short answer, yup, it's safe. You might be worried about the dangers of salmonella in raw eggs. Fortunately, scientists like eggnog too. A team of microbiologists at Rockefeller University, in what sounds like a late night at the holiday party inspired bit of good science, conducted an experiment where they actually injected a batch of homemade eggnog with salmonella. Turns out, the alcohol actually kills off the bacteria. In fact, the eggnog comes out the other end completely sterile after just 24 hours of resting. That's potentially cleaner than the eggnog you find in cartons. When you age eggnog, there are complex chemical reactions happening that affect the flavor. I find it to be rounder, smoother, and noticeably more complex after only 3 weeks. But you can achieve an intensely nutty flavor with a year-old nog. And if you're still worried, do what I do. Age it for at least 3 weeks and make it strong. Even if you are not a fan of eggnog, I firmly believe that there is a version out there that you can enjoy. But since I am biased, let's ask an impartial opinion about how to find a recipe that you might like. Welcome back, Nick. Thanks. I live here. Yeah. Whatever. Where can our friends here find good eggnog? Well, there are bartenders out there making eggnog with lots of different ingredients. Like what? Well, Jeffrey Morgenthaler at Clyde Common in Portland has been making eggnog with tequila and sherry. Then Clover Club in Brooklyn uses creme de cacao and creme de menthe. Both recipes are fantastic. What do you think about separating the yolks and whites versus keeping them together? So I have seen recipes that build everything together and ones that work in steps, using 3 to 4 different bowls. Alton Brown, for instance, has a recipe that folds in beaten yolks with whipped whites, and I thoroughly trust the science behind his recipe, but I'm lazy. So I just build it all in my stand mixer. So how do you feel about healthy versions? Well, if you have an allergy to one or more of the ingredients, then there are cream and protein substitutes that can work. But if you don't have an allergy, don't just try to make it a healthy drink. There's simply no substitute for a rich, creamy eggnog. Instead, just try to drink less of it. Thanks, Nick. Well, I should probably get back to my holiday special. Wow, is it already time for holiday specials? Sure is. Can I send you off with some soft focus and sparkle filters? Yes, thank you. What do you say we age some eggnog now? We'll start with the base. There are recipes that combine everything all at once, but I like to age the eggs, sugar, and alcohol first. Then, when I'm ready to drink, I add the cream. It combines the depth and flavor of an aged eggnog with the intimacy of a freshly prepared one. In a large mixing bowl or KitchenAid, slowly whisk together 1 dozen eggs with 340 grams of granulated sugar, 12 ounces of bourbon, 4 ounces of cognac, and 2.5 ounces of a darker rum, pouring very slowly as to make sure the eggs don't curdle. I also like to add just a pinch of salt. Then, when all the ingredients are mixed together, store it in a sterile glass container in the back of your refrigerator. Let time do its thing. 12 months later. Then, when the base is ready, fill a cocktail shaker with 2 ounces and 3/4 of an ounce of your eggnog base. One and 1/4 of whole milk, and 1/4 of an ounce of heavy cream. Shake it up all over ice. Strain it into the glass. Ooh, look at that. And garnish with some freshly grated nutmeg on top. Ultimately, if eggnog isn't your favorite drink, then that's okay. There are any number of holiday beverages out there with considerably less cream and sugar in them. Find something that brings you pleasure this holiday season, because you have earned it this year. Now, what kind of holiday special would I be if I didn't end on some more soft focus and sparkle filters? Happy December, everybody!